to quote one of my bigger guests, Mr. David Icke, who said, control the information, then you control the perception. And
true.
And so then where are we getting our information from? That informs the individuals to make those decisions. And so you look at the information in the recent US election. We got all of our information from traditional newspapers and television channels that told us this was too close to call, and that, the Democrats were going to win and we'll have our first woman president. And that couldn't have been further from the truth. So then what happens in the future when there's more information? What happens when the universal basic income is given to these people without jobs? But along with the universal basic income, you have to watch every day 2 hours of state-sponsored television to get your check. And if you don't do it, the check is late, or you can get it digital payment if you watch for 2 hours early in the morning. You start to see where I'm going with this. Yep. I see that as just more control if you have that universal basic income. And then maybe that leads to, I don't know, other dystopian futures.
Right. Well, yeah, that's definitely a definite maybe, put it simply.
Okay. But is that all moot compared to the artilect war?
Sure. Well, I'm getting the impression we're sort of on a separate topic now. Or?
I'm just talking. I don't really know. Right. We're kind of like two people having a conversation.
Like I recently asked myself the question, Elon Musk, in many ways, sort of kind of hero of mine. I mean, he may end up saving humanity by, multi-planetary species, right?
Yeah. So if we blow ourselves.
Right. If we blow ourselves up, at least humanity survives, because also elsewhere. But with his Starlink, he's putting up thousands of satellites.
Yeah.
And I was asking this: what impact's that going to have on the remaining dictatorships? The last time I looked, there are about 130 something democracies in the world. So I coined this term de-dictation. In other words, getting rid of the last dictatorships. Now, China is, as far as I know, the only dictatorship with the technological ability to shoot down satellites. In fact, it did that to one of its own, to send a message to the world: don't put up propaganda satellites above China.
Interesting.
But what about all the other dictatorships who don't have that ability? So what effect is Elon Musk's Starlink going to have on those when the peasants with their tiny little receptor gadget, one like that could probably be smuggled in on the rest of it? What effects are they going to have on their minds? So interesting question.
Yes.
I don't hear anyone talking about it.
Joining the investment club can bring you the opportunity for peace of mind, wealth, resources, community, and a more joyful time. It was a whole new world for me to hear about cryptocurrency, an alternative to the traditional banking system that we have. The investment club gives us a chance to think about what wealth really is, to have the freedom to live your life that you want. In just 1 month that I've been a part of the investment club, I have listened to so many visionaries with new ideas in the world of music, in the world of finance, in the world of artificial intelligence. When I have questions, there's members of the club willing to support and help and want to see one another gain experience and knowledge.
It is, and then what's to say who are the dictators? That's the other question.
It's a two-edged sword.
Yeah, and again, I'm going back to this recent election, because in the election, one party says the other one's a dictator, and the other one says the other one is a dictator, and it's controlling the information. But you're right. I mean, you can't hide in North Korea if there's Starlink, and now the devices are tiny enough to be smuggled in. All of a sudden, it's there. If you have access to the internet, you get access to the blockchain, all of that. And then where does it go? But I'm worried about universal basic income. Everyone sings along and says we're going to be just like the New Guineans.
Yeah, I'm not an economist. You know far more about this sort of stuff than I do, because you're into finance. In fact, you and my brother would probably talk to each other. In terms of creating a global culture and a global government, I see it in various steps. Like this phenomenon of BRAD, I see is critical, because it'll supply the means to supply the world's media to the world. That in turn leads to the growth of a global language, because for practical reasons, You want to be able to listen to what people are saying and thinking. And if like 60% of all the stuff coming out of the sky is in English...
We're close to that now.
Yeah.
Right.
So that'll be kind of like a snowball effect. It'll just lead to a kind of saturation until virtually everyone learns English. The Chinese, for example, pretty well compiled. I think they get, I don't know, six years or so of English.
Really? Okay.
So that in turn leads to a global language. That in turn leads to cultural homogenization.
Already happening too, to a certain extent.
And that implies a kind of what I call idea side. Because only the best ideas will survive. If you're being exposed to a zillion ideas, only the best will survive. You'll be comparing the customs of your culture compared to others. And if you feel, this custom in my culture sort of stinks compared to that one, so I'll drop that one, I'll pick up that one. So that'll lead to cultural homogenization. So plus a world language, then you've got much greater level of trust between groups. The religious differences will gradually die out, and cultural differences and so forth.
Hey, I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.